What's your name?
Israel.
Okay, nice to meet you, sir. So the question for today is, what part of yourself do you struggle the most to accept?
Well, for now, I wouldn't say there's any. That was before. I usually struggle with the fact that I'm just, slender.
Okay.
That was before,
Okay, before, all right.
like years ago.
Okay.
Yeah, but not now. I mean, knowledge has increased, and of course, self-confidence has increased over time. So,
Okay. So what actually made you to come to this point of realization that, it's not so important to you?
knowing that I'm worth more than I appear. Yeah. So the real content is not by what is outside.
Yeah.
It's what is inside.
Well, people will take a look first, right? God will judge from the inside, where people will at least take a look first.
That's happened many times. So I usually I don't blame them. Well, until they stay long enough to see the inside, and
That's
then
right.
they realize how wrong they are.
That's right.
Yeah. So
Yeah. And if you could change one thing about yourself, or if you could go back in time to change one thing, what would that be?
I would just wish I started what I'm doing now earlier. Simple.
Why?
Because the earlier you start, the more you learn, the more you unlearn quickly, and then you can easily get to the feat that you want to on time. I believe in getting things and doing things, achieving things early in life, not when you are very old, struggling with things that you should have finished with long ago.
That's right.
Yeah. So,
And the last question for today is, what is one life lesson that life forced you to learn the hard way?
I have to fight for literally almost everything
Okay.
in this, especially as a guy.
As a man,
Yeah, you have to fight. That's simple. You just have to fight.
Nobody's coming to save you, right?
Life is essentially spiritual, so
That's right.
you have to fight.
Yeah. And if you could leave our viewers with one advice, what would that be?
Love the Lord. I'm a Christian, by the way, a very devout Christian, and I love Jesus.
Yeah.
I can just tell you, I wish everybody would have everything they ever want, so they can know that's not the answer. Jesus Christ is.
Is the answer.
Yeah.
Everything is vanity upon vanity.
Absolutely.
All right, thank you so much, sir. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you so much. So what's your name?
Yeah, hello, my name is Odoms.
Okay, nice to meet you, sir. So the question for today is, what part of yourself do you struggle the most to accept?
Accept.
Yes.
It's actually a good question.
Okay.
I feel like everyone has an answer, but I'm not sure I have one. I am always this person that is open-minded and self-aware, so I don't think I have anyone to tell you that, okay, there's this part of myself. I think you're asking about an emotional side of me, correct?
Yeah.
I feel like most of the time I'm the kind of person that I just go with whatever is there. There's nothing I can do to change it at the moment. I can only choose to be better. So yeah, I don't have anything to say I struggle with at the moment.
Okay. And if you could change one thing about yourself, and what would that be?
Again, I don't have anything to tell you. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to sound perfect, but these are questions that, as an adult, you kind of self-reflect on them more often. Yes, I've had the chance to go through things in life, and I've had the chance to self-reflect on a lot of things. I would have said, oh, if there's one thing I would change about myself, this would be it. I'm more in a stable state right now where I wouldn't say I don't have problems. Of course I do, but most of the time I am self-aware to know that, okay, this is something I've done, and okay, this is where I can work on. So now you're asking me questions and I feel like I don't have answers for you. Yeah.
And the last question for today is, what's one life lesson life forced you to learn the hard way?
You know that word, it can never be me.
It can never be me.
Yeah. There's a way life will do you, and it will be, oh my God, it will so be you. So I feel like if you've not been in somebody's shoes, if you've not gone through things in life, it's okay for you to just know that, okay, this is what I would not tolerate. This is not my standard. But then again, you should be able to be kind enough to yourself that you're open to making mistakes, because no matter how much of a standard person or what do I put it, steadfast person you are, it can always be you.
Yeah, we are human, and we are due to our inefficiencies, we are prone to make mistakes, right? So nobody's perfect. It's based on what you're saying right now.
Yeah, of course, that's what I meant. Right. So that's just one thing I would give. So obviously,
and if you could leave our viewers with one advice, what would that be?
Okay, I have this person I always see online, Alex Hamosi.
Okay, yeah.
And there's this quote. He says that do so much volume in whatever you do, it's going to be impossible for you to get ignored. That's just it.
That's perfect. That's perfect. Thank you so much for that, man. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you so much. That's really cool. What's your name?
Fred by name.
Okay, nice to meet you, sir. So the question for today is, what part of yourself do you struggle most to accept?
Honestly, it's a very hard question for me, because if I should check out, honestly, there's no any other parts of myself that is hard for me to accept more. I can't really figure it out there.
All right. And if you could go back in time, let's say 10 years back or 20 years, what advice would you give to your younger self?
Probably I've made some mistakes in the past, so I think maybe I would have just liked to maybe make some correction about my past life and other things, but like revealing all this stuff here, I don't think is.
Yeah, I understand. It is quite personal. I understand that.
It's quite personal.
Yeah, but so is there maybe anything that is not so deep that you can just maybe let us know? Maybe, how did you go about it? Something like that.
There's it's something about my career mostly, but just that I don't see. I made some very vital mistake traveling to Abia State for a football tournament, and something happened there when we were about to, just a week for us to apply for a visa. So I had just little issue with the management. So there's something that they just have to let me, maybe they asked me to leave the camp. So it's something that if I think about is
it's still hot today.
So yeah, very hot today, because I was among the selected players, so those that were selected together, so they were opportunity to apply for the visa. They got the visa, they traveled abroad. So some little mistakes, so that got me out from the camp then.
And what lesson did you learn from there specifically?
The lesson is that if I find myself in that kind of situation next time, it's just for me to keep short and not to say what I see the other time. Yeah, so just to learn how to be patient in some situation like that, to get so you have to be patient to get what you want in some situation. Yeah.
And if you can leave our viewers with one advice, what would that be?
Whatever you're doing in life, you have to be patient. The more you get patient, the more you attract good things. So it's very, very good to be patient, and very, very good to be patient in whatever you're doing in life. Yeah.
Thank you so much, sir. That's really powerful, sir. I really wish you all the best. Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your day, sir. Yeah, goodbye. Thank you. Good afternoon. My name is Christopher. What's your name?
Afternoon. My name is Chantel.
Okay, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
So the question for today is, what part of yourself do you struggle the most to accept?
Part of myself that question is so the fact that I'm meant to do something more than what I am. I'm a doctor, and is a struggle to leave that part and to become what God wants me to be. Yes.
Okay. All right. And if you could change something about yourself, what would that be?
If I would change something about myself, what would that be? Well, I've had the answer for quite a while. Well, I love myself now. My before answer was my feet.
Oh, your feet.
Yes.
And why? If you don't mind asking.
They're very special, and they don't fit to. They have special types of shoes for them.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. And the last question for today is, what's one life lesson that life forced you to learn the hard way?
You cannot expect yourself from someone. The love that you give, your type of heart, you cannot expect Chantel. You cannot expect Chantel from another person. Everyone has a different personality, and you should accept them for who they are.
And what actually happened that made you learn it this way?
Relationships with people, experiences, and God telling me what to do. Yeah.
Okay, that's very cool. And if you could leave our viewers with one advice, what would that be?
If I would leave with one advice, Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life.
Okay.
Choose Jesus.
All right.
Try Jesus.
That's nice. I totally agree with her. So
Yes.
And so you were saying something about this whole thing.
Yes, for the young people in Nigeria, all over the world, as you're hearing me, we have something called Friday Night Live, and it's a big move. It started in August, and we do it every week on Friday. And this is an initiative from God to take people, mostly the young people, because He's calling them to take them out of the clubs, out of the bars, people that are directionless, people that need direction, to take them out and to give them a purpose. So we come together, we meet and greet, we mingle. There's influence there. There's a lot of things. You meet a lot of people there that are doing amazing things. I'm telling you. There's a man that he's into the association of drugs, because a lot of drugs in Nigeria today. A lot of young people are going into drug addiction, which is not supposed to be. That's not God's destiny for you. So this is an initiative for us to come together with like minds and to fulfill God's perfect will for our lives.
All right. Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you so much.
Goodbye.